Welcome to the Sheila New Comedy Show. This is the final episode of season 2 in year 2023. This is episode 5 of season 2, Loveology Volume 3, Holiday Hearts and New Year's Dreams. Please note, we will have a segment for you, the audience, to ask Sheila New questions. So if you would, please place your questions in the chat. Let me say that one more time. Please place all your questions in the chat. Now, take a moment to explore the Linktree at the top of the room, where you'll find more information about the Sheila New Comedy Show. That same Linktree also provides details on where you can listen to the show on, get this, 11 different podcast platforms. We kindly request your support by you visiting the tip jar to contribute to the show. And you can also visit the Sheila New Comedy Store to purchase merchandise. Never forget, we added a special link on our Linktree to recognize our contributing partners, which are You Think Indigo, Fave Unite TV, Inner She Yoga and Meditation, Ron Winston Entertainment, and Laurel Hill Productions. Let's give a special shout out to our special guests, Candace, Murphy, Sissac. Now, the rules of engagement are simple and as follows. For those of you who were selected to be on the stage, please feel free to unmute and laugh during the show. But don't forget, we are recording a live show, so if you break the rules, you just might become a part of the show. Now, just to be clear and make sure everyone is on the same page. Last season, we talked about dating, life, karma, and Clubhouse High was our special edition. We promise that this season has a bunch of special guests that you don't want to miss. So without further ado, we welcome you to the final episode of season 2 of the Sheila New Comedy Show, starring She.
All right. And special shout out to my baby. Okay, Jay. I love you and I appreciate you for filling in for us by doing those announcements. So we appreciate it. What a great way to kick off the last episode of season 2. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Candace. I see you. How are you? How are you?
Hey, Sheila.
Candace. Sheila. Hey, girl. It's been like a long time since what the hell? We got to do better. We got to be better than that. Hey, hey. Hey, girl.
Hi, girl. Hey.
Yeah, I know that's right. Let's get it kicked up. All right, Wanda, what you got? Honey, I'm going to let you kick off a little something. Set the tone for the room. Let's get it.
I think we want to hear from you. This episode is entitled Holiday Hearts and New Year's Dreams. And this almost Christmas and it's almost a new year. So we can't wait to hear what you have to say about Loveology Volume 3, Holiday Hearts and New Year's Dreams.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not about to play. Look, we already know that it's almost the holiday time, right? Yeah, I got about 10, 11 days before the holiday, or 10 days before Christmas, honey. And then the new year comes. But I don't know, this time of year, I get a little grinchy. I will say that because it be too much. Like I told y'all last episode, if you ain't got your boo thing before Christmas time, you done already missed the deadline period. Don't be trying to go get no little last minute boo like you do your last minute shopping. Let's not do that. Let's not be trying to find somebody at the last minute just so you could say you got to give. It's a whole lot of broke tail people out here during this holiday season trying to make everything festive and bright. But I will say this time of season, a lot of people seem to be a little nicer. This time they be speaking, they're a little kind, they're courteous, they holding open doors and all the things. And I'm just like, how come y'all can't be like this all season long? Why you got to be a little extra? I don't know. Do y'all get y'all mail person or y'all, who is it? The mail people, the delivery people, anybody that you visit or frequent on a regular basis? Do you give anybody gifts? Do y'all go above and beyond to make sure you give a little gift card or something like that? What say you, Wanda or Candace? What y'all giving this Christmas season?
I got to take care of my Amazon guys. I love my Amazon guys, my FedEx guys, and I take care of them. I give them a little gift certificate, but I try to do it year round. So during the summer, you keep the water nice and cold out there on what do you call those little things? A little ice cooler, little ice chest, keep a little water, keep little snacks. And then during the holidays, a little gift card. It doesn't have to be much, just to let everybody know, hey, we appreciate you for going through all this weather, hot temperatures, cold temperatures, giving us our packages, which are very important. Because I don't know about you, Sheila, but I don't go in the store like talking about it. And if it could be bought online, I'm buying it online. So
I know.
I take care
Absolutely.
of my Amazon people.
See, look at you. That's a beautiful thing. That's good that the gift giving. But one thing you said that I paid attention to is that you say you do it all year. So when the holiday time just comes, you just now all of a sudden doing it because it's the holiday time. They have come to know that this is a part of who you are and what you do. And I think that's a beautiful thing because it's consistent. Consistency is key, just like with anything else. If I ain't never gave you no gift card or to say happy holidays to you because I'm gonna say doing your job, then sometimes people be like that. But if you have the same male person, like for me, if it's the same male person and I've seen them like throughout the time that I've been living at my residence, then yeah, I might go above and beyond. Like you said, to show a little appreciation. But I think once you're kind anyway. You should be kind all year round. The holidays should just really be the cherry on top of your kindness, but it shouldn't be the reason for you to be kind. And I think that's where my grinchiness comes in at because I feel like people put on airs for the holiday. Like you don't get no extra star next to your name because it's the holiday time and you want to be extra nice and you want to hold open doors and you want to speak in polite. Be that same little nasty person you was on March 15th, 2023. Don't act like because it's December 15th and it's 10 days, ain't no man walking around with no suit on with his list, checking it once, twice, and thrice, trying to figure out what you gonna get it or not. Let's not do that to the people. I need you to be consistency is key. So Candace, I like that you said that and to me, that means a lot because if you're like that naturally, then it comes to you naturally. It ain't nothing that you got to put on airs and do. And then you ain't got to be fronting for the gram or any other social media by always having your damn phone in your hand trying to take pictures and recording yourself doing good deeds and nice deeds. The best gifts are the ones that you're not seen doing. And them the kind of gifts that I like to give and those are the gifts that I like to receive. I ain't got to make no announcement about what's coming. And I ain't grew up with no chimney. I grew up in the hood. We ain't had no chimney at our house. So wasn't nobody white, black, or indifferent coming down talking about let us in. And the only that we was talking about was in the refrigerator and they had the name Little Debbie on it. Go ahead, Wanda. What else you got? I'm just saying.
I try to treat my mail guy in Amazon. I leave a bottle of water. I might put a ribbon on the bottle of water. I think that's cute. Don't y'all think that's nice?
That's cute.
Yeah. I'll do
Did you try to do it because you like the little man or you just doing it because you want to be extra?
I'm just being extra, just nice. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if it's a man or woman. I've never met them, but I just
Okay.
yeah. And so I do takeout a lot. So I might leave a gift card once in a while for the takeout people. Since I do
That's
takeout,
nice.
I don't want them to mess with my food, their groceries. So I try to be nice and do things like that during the holidays.
Now, y'all saying it's been an uptick. I mean, it ain't funny, but it is. But it's been an uptick in the porch piracy game here lately. Like people is going crazy. So this the time of year. If you haven't received whatever it is you're trying to get, and there's all kind of wonderful deals and things and such. But listen, you might want to wait until after the holiday time for when things cool back down and go back to normal and see if you can get a rain check on some of these discounts because baby, if ain't nobody got it, you ain't got one of them little fancy little cameras at your door or whatever the case may be, people is coming, they are bold. They is coming up to the people porches. They don't care if you do got the little camera. They putting their whole little scully mask on and they lifting your packages straight up the porches, unless you stay in areas where they actually got the lockers. You might have to take a couple of extra few steps to go pick up your stuff. But hey, that's better than you trying to figure out who got your package and it's already too late because they already at home with their feet up and they don't follow Lala and opened it. Okay, I'm just saying. So make sure y'all be careful and do y'all due diligence. And if you tip your people, and if the kindness is all year round thing, that's a beautiful thing. But what else you ladies got? What else is cracking up in here on this tis the season of holiday hearts and New
I'm
Year's
gonna
dreams? And
I want to interject.
go ahead, interject. Come on, attorney. Let's
I got a
go.
question. It just totally just popped in my head just now.
Come on,
And my
Pop.
question is,
Mhm.
when you order food
Mm.
and you go to pick it up, do you tip?
If I'm picking it up,
If you're picking it up,
do I? It depends. I think it depends. Only because if it's a place that I frequent anyway, let's say whether they deliver, I pick it up, or even if it's a spot that I might just go and have, especially if they do me right and I never had any complaints, I never had to send anything back or whatever, I might give them a little something, even if I'm picking it up, because somebody still had to prepare, take the order and bag it for me and make sure. And then when people recognize who you are and meaning your name because you frequent the place, I think it just gives you that little extra and sometimes they put a little extra snack in there for you. Oh, hey, Miss Sheila, I see you. We know you like the key lime pie, so we put you a slice in there. I ain't order it. But if you like just went ahead and hooked it on up, and I'm appreciative of that. I believe in now. That's one thing I will say. I believe in taking care of my servers. I don't tip based on the meal. I tip based on the service that I receive. So if the service is exceptional, the meal could be trash. No offense to people who cook in restaurants, but sometimes y'all be a little lackadaisical on the grill and stuff. But if my server is on point, then I'm making sure that they're good regardless of how much that ticket say. I'm still tipping based upon my interaction with you. And now, if you have a good attitude, you ain't acting like you mad at your baby mama, your baby daddy, or your boss getting on your nerves. I have stopped wait staff people and just to help them breathe through that process. Because you can see being a waiter or waitress or a server, I think that's what they call now servers. It's a high stressful job. Because let's be honest, people of the public, we can be very nasty and mean to people that make $2.15 an hour, and they really are relying on your tip to help get them over the hump. So let's treat them with a little bit of kindness. So yeah, I'm always look out for my people because they look out for me. They make sure that I'm good. So if a table is ready, they know what my favorite is. They make sure that's what I want first or whatever the case may be, or if I want to try something new. But I tip based upon the service, not so much the food. So I'm always look out for the people, whether I pick up or especially if they deliver. If I got it, they got it. And that's just how I roll. That's it. What else you got, girl?
I think it's a good idea to tip if you even get takeout. I've tipped, particularly during the holidays, I tip. And I coffee house serve a lot. Since I work at home sometimes, I work in coffee houses or restaurants, so I frequent places, so I feel like I have to tip because they do extra nice things sometimes because I'm there all the time. So I think it's good to tip, particularly during the holidays. But sometimes you're getting takeout, you're just picking it up, you think about it sometimes. Should I tip? It really does cross your mind.
Yeah, it does. But I think, again, if it's like maybe a one-off situation, maybe it's a place that you don't frequent often and you may not go again. And though I think let's just say this, we going to say you tip and you base that on a case by case basis. So you make the decision for yourself whether to tip or not to tip. That is the question. We'll see how that rolls. But if it's a place that I go to often, and especially if I see my regular servers in there, I'm gonna make sure because I know they looked out. So I'm gonna make sure because they always let me know, Miss Sheila, we looked out for you. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got you." And that's just it. And it's a beautiful thing because they always gonna make sure that their service is exceptional. anytime that they see your name come across a ticket or if they see your face come into place. So either way, so what else we got, people? What else as we rolling on along during this little holiday season, honey?
In this season, there's a lot of songs. We know Jingle Bells, Silent Night or Holy Night, all the good songs that's out there
Mhm.
every year. And everybody knows the 12 Days of Christmas. But have you heard of the hood version of 12 Days of Christmas?
Yeah. I got my own hood version of the 12 days, but it might not be appropriate for this show. I'm just saying. But go ahead. Do you got a little ditty or did you want to put a different type of spin on
No,
it? Because
I mean, I've heard,
they
I
got
don't
a
know if you
whole
heard
bunch.
something. They have this on some social media sites. They have people doing the hood version of the 12 Days of Christmas. And it can be, I've seen people crying, doing it. They talk about being beat up. They talk about everything. They talk about not having no money. They talk about everything on the hood version of the 12 Days of Christmas. It is definitely not what you think. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's different variations because every hood is different from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South. Every hood got its own variation of what it looked like. Because what it might look like in my hood might not be the same as somebody else's hood. But when I think of the hood 12 days of Christmas, my version is gonna be a little bit ain't gonna be no involved in nobody getting butt whooped or nothing like that. At least not my standpoint. It's gonna be some other stuff. It's gonna be some thugging, some hugging, and some loving. Cause we are talking about loveology after all, aren't we?
yeah, we talking about loveology. And just when we talking about the 12 Days of Christmas, I think we created a song, our own version of 12 Days of Christmas for Clubhouse. Sheila, you want to start? Or what happened on the first day of Christmas?
On the first day of Clubhouse Christmas, the scammers came to be scamming all the people across the all nationalities, honey. That's what happened on the first day of Clubhouse Christmas. And what about the second day? Go ahead, Wanda. I ain't singing. I'ma just say it. I'm not singing not a thing, honey, because this is going out into the ether. Go ahead.
I want to hear some singing. Let's sing.
Yeah, you gonna hear some
I don't know,
music
that might be
playing.
Candace, but on the second day of Clubhouse Christmas, Clubhouse love and romance and breakups happen too. So if you're new to Clubhouse, which is a social media app, Clubhouse is known for love, romance, and breakups. So that's what happened on the second day of Christmas. So what happened on the third day of Christmas?
On the third day of Clubhouse Christmas, Clubhouse arguments can be off the chain, Andy. They come out and they will air out all your dirty laundry. So be careful who you cozy up to because who you think is your friend may not be. And then they're going to air out all your stuff and that could be off the chain. So that's what happened on the third day. What about the fourth day? Go ahead.
Well, on the fourth day of Christmas, they have these Clubhouse people rant and they go on and on, and they can be wild. I heard people talk about some of everything and everybody when they rant. They rant because they're mad if they had a bad day. And they just Clubhouse is known
Tell
for people
all their
ranting,
business.
all their
Mhm.
business.
And that's the whole thing. You on here tell you got to be careful who you tell all your stuff to, especially because some of these rooms be having replays, that kind of stuff come back and bite you on the ass. But go ahead. What was that? The fourth day or the fifth day, girl? You know I ain't.
We're on the fifth day of Christmas now.
Okay, so we know that church is everywhere and that Jesus is the reason for the season. Let's not get it twisted because ain't nobody coming down no chimney, like I said. But you got the Clubhouse Gospel on Sunday, and sometime at night there's a whole lot of biblical smoke going on. But look, let me just say this about that. Be careful of whose rooms you fall in because God can be spelled with a capital G or a lowercase g, and that's just my rant on that, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. Go ahead. What's your story?
On the sixth day of Clubhouse Christmas, not only they have Clubhouse News and all the entertainment gospel. They have people who do rooms and they talk about all the entertainment gossip and gospel. And it is something to hear because some of those rooms be really good. So you might want to check it out. That was the sixth day of Christmas on Clubhouse.
Okay, so on the seventh grade, oh wait, seventh grade, Lord have mercy. On the seventh day of Clubhouse Christmas, the Clubhouse founders update cause the whole community to be in the uproar, especially when they keep on manipulating and changing the app. Don't nobody like that. So put it back to how it was. I'm just saying, go ahead with your story on the 8th day.
On the 8th day of Christmas, Clubhouse rendezvous and meetups gone wrong. They've been known to have meetups that come off of Clubhouse, but guess what they do? They come back to Clubhouse and they talk about the meetups that didn't go wrong, that didn't go
Tell how
right.
your panties stuck on the wall because they threw them because they ain't asked the question like they should.
Could be that and all kind of other stuff. They have people who rendezvous with somebody else who they thought they were dating somebody else, but they rendezvous with somebody different and somebody saw them. And you know what? They bring all the news back to Clubhouse. These
And see,
Clubhouse
that's what
people,
I'm
they are
saying.
not your friends.
They are not your friends. They got you out messed up and out here in these streets. So we on the 9th day. So the 9th day of Clubhouse Christmas, persons, are they really who they say they are? On Clubhouse, you could be a right, you could be a millionaire and won't nobody know it. You could be a thousandaire and won't nobody know it. You can be 100aire and don't nobody know it. But you could be anything you want to be, and not just on Clubhouse, but any of these social media streets, honey. These people could be pretending, and you got to use discernment. Is all I'm gonna say. Use discernment. Go ahead with number 10, girl.
But just back on number 9, you can create your whole persona on Clubhouse.
Mhm.
And nobody know. You could be anybody
Mhm.
in the world of Clubhouse. So
That's
now
it.
we're on day 11, on the 11th day of Christmas.
We on the 10th day.
I'm sorry, on the 10th day of Christmas, Clubhouse friendships, they are real and some last.
Absolutely. I will say that. You make some great connections, but again, ask questions and use discernment. It's important. So you got to make sure that you are on top of your game at all times. And the 11th day of Clubhouse Christmas is near and dear to my heart because we have meditations to soothe the soul to start or end your day with. Always check out In the Sheet yoga and meditation house, and come on, get your morning meditation on. Sometimes we do a little nighttime joint, but that helps keep you grounded. So I appreciate that. Come on with the 12th day.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Clubhouse have shoot your shot rooms. You might
Mm.
just find a love before Christmas or for the new year.
I'm going to say pause on trying to find something 10 days out or even going into the new year. Love yourself. That's all you need to do. Use the 12 days to love yourself. Beware of scams. Make sure you meditate. Make sure that people are who they say they are. And make sure you do what? Ask the questions that need to be asked so you don't fall into the abyss of the people on the Clubhouse, whether it's Christmas, New Year's, or no. Just make sure y'all be careful all the way around. So go ahead, else. Well, we done went through the 12 days of Clubhouse Christmas. And our true love came to what? To be. So what else we got, honey? Outside of a partridge in a pear tree.
And that was our version of Clubhouse Christmas and the 12 days of Christmas. But I can't wait to hear what you and Candace say. The holidays, everybody's busy. But can people just stay home and relax? Or is that a bad thing to do? You just stay home, don't go out on Christmas Day. Is that a
Yeah.
bad thing?
Mm-mm. Stay your butt at home if you want to stay at home. Sometimes the ripping and the running and the ripping is not what it used to be back in the day. I think we talked about this earlier today. I know when I was younger coming up, all my family stayed in the same city and in the same state. So everybody was in the same proximity of each other. So going over to one granny house, to another granny house, to an aunt's house, to a cousin's house, that was the thing to do. Family got together and did the daggone thing, have fun, play cards, eat well. Those who drank well, those who had a little smoke, they did their thing. Hey, that's it. That's all. I think now that families are so spread out, nobody really lives in proximity of their immediate families anymore like they used to do because of maybe opportunities or whatever the case may be. If you want to stay home and kick back and chill or get with some friends or have Christmas in and not travel, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But it just depends on your mentality and how you set up. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with kicking back on the holiday and relax, especially if you work all the time. and you always on the go and you always on the run. Take that time for yourself because sometimes that's all you need to be able to recharge, unplug, recharge, and keep it moving. What about you, Candace? What you think about staying home for the holidays, girl?
I think you should do what makes you happy, do what makes you comfortable, love on yourself. And just piggybacking on what you said, things are not like they used to be because I'm like you. I remember my whole family living in the same city, and we go from house to house to house to house to house. And we would eat at every house, and we would fellowship at every house, and we would spend time with people, play games, do what we did. But then COVID happened. So then we started doing the Zoom call and we started doing the FaceTime for the holidays because we really couldn't get to who we wanted to see and we really couldn't get where we wanted to go. So I just say, I piggyback with you. I say, stay home and relax or go out and do you. It's up to you. If you work all the time, okay, use this time to meditate, self reflect, and get yourself together as opposed to ripping and running and ripping and running and ripping and running. So I'm with you, Sheila. I say, hey, whatever makes you happy.
That's it, and that's all. And you are absolutely right. And I think we utilize whatever means of communication more so now because technology has come so far. Sure, we still have rotary dial phones back in the day, okay? So we ain't have all this FaceTime technology and being on Zoom. None of that was a part of my growing up. It's coming up with the youth now because my daughter lives in one state, my son lives in another one, and the youngest is here with me, and my parents are somewhere else. It's we'll jump on the Zoom. We'll send out a link. We've done that before in the past. And it's a beautiful thing that even just to be able to see everybody, you may not be able to physically touch them, hug them, and love on them, but you can still allow that love to permeate through that frequency because you get to see everybody at the same time. And it's a good time to be had because everybody is smile. You can feel the heart of your family and it satisfies what needs to be satisfied during that moment until you have that opportunity to get together in the physical sense, but not just the holidays, it could be any time. And that's why I say just don't use the holiday time as the only time that you touch base with people that you love. If we consistent in everything we do, whether it's a holiday or not, that should be a connectivity thing that goes on no matter what season it is, whether it's cold outside or whether it's in the middle of the summer, honey. Make sure you connect with your people. What else we got, Wanda?
We have some more questions from our listeners that they send us all the time. And so here's one
Come on with the
question.
questions.
This person said, I have been reflecting on the year and I keep choosing the wrong guys.
Mm.
What can I do different?
Quit reflecting on the guys and reflect on yourself. Stop, I get it. Everybody want to be booed up and all of that good stuff, and that's a beautiful thing. But take the time out to know what it is that you want first. Love yourself first. Get to know who you are first. And if you choosing the wrong people, maybe you need to choose your surroundings or choose how you choose it. Stay off of these little social media apps. Don't be on no backstage, back page, Tinder. What's the goldfish, silent fish, red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish, whatever it is, stay off anything that say fish, catfish, unless you frying it hard and got some hot sauce on the side, honey. Stay away from all those things and figure out something else to do. Find out who you are first and then keep the rest moving. And then and ask the questions. I'ma always go back to that. Even leaving into 2023, going into 2024, we're going hard in the paint for to ask the questions. Ask questions. If you dating the wrong people or you dating the wrong guys, you ask girls the wrong questions. Girls, you asking Ask the wrong question. Before you ask him what his 5-year goal is or his 50-year goal is, ask him what his tomorrow goal is, honey. Ask him that. What you gonna do tomorrow? You gonna get up and go to work, or is you gonna call off? And if he say he call off and it's on a Friday, honey, you might want to move around because that might mean he ain't got no job for real. So you got to ask these questions. Once you change what you do, then you'll start attracting the things that you want. But it all starts with who? It starts with a Y, it starts with a O, and it starts with a U. Go ahead. What else you got, girl?
I think Candace gonna answer this question.
Come on, Candace.
All right. We all work. Some of us
Mhm.
have to go into the office, some of us not. My job is saying that we have to participate in the Christmas exchange.
Mm.
So my question to you, Sheila, is can I re-gift from last year?
Okay, wait. Let's stop right here. So number one, for the job to even say Christmas and you gotta participate. Oh, that sounds like a lawsuit, honey. Because what if a person celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, or what if they don't celebrate anything at all? So you can't make a person participate in and call it a Christmas exchange. That's just like talking about how much you get paid in politics on the job. That's a no and a no. So I would be pulling up HR, honey, and over in the corner, and I'd be like, "Look here, Chris and Kringle, honey, let me get you your life together. Cause what if I don't celebrate the holidays or the holy days or whatever days that people? So I'm not participating in no kind of exchange because I don't do that. And if you try to tell me that I do, I'm gonna give you a number to my lawyer. I think we got some things to talk about because going into the new year, I think I'm gonna be fiscally sound because this sounds like y'all might want to settle, or I might have to give me a new position, probably your job. But to go to the second part of that question, I re-gift because 9 times out of 10, honey, they ain't remember what they got you anyway. And if it was ugly and you ain't using it, there's nothing that you want, unless it's something that they have an expiration date on it, you may want to just throw it away. The dollar store got a whole lot of nice stuff. And if you put it together, honey, you would look like, man, 50 to 75, $100 if you know how to repurpose and repackage. So go ahead. That's my rant on that.
Yeah, that was a rant, and I think that you don't want to be the disgruntled employee. So people want to participate in Christmas gift giving in the office.
But
I
I
think
think
it's
we got to eliminate the word Christmas
yeah, it's a gift exchange.
or a
Yeah,
holiday. Just say holiday exchange.
yeah.
Because you got to think about it. You have people of all ethnicities now and all walks of life, and not everybody celebrates the same way. So we just want to, now because we have sensitivity training and all of these things, so people need to be a little more cognizant of that. But go ahead on with your story. Go ahead with your gift exchange.
Okay, we have another question from a listener, and they said they're really sad because they're looking back and reflecting over the year, and they said they did not meet any of their New Year's resolutions that they wrote down. So they
Oh,
wonder what do they do for next year?
so they're saying they ain't mean no goals
None of them.
that
They
they
said
had.
they just said they're distraught because they didn't meet any of them.
Maybe they aim too high without understanding what the goals are in and of itself. And I'm sure if I look at it like this, if you woke up and your eyes open and they blink and you took a deep breath in and you let that go, then that's a goal because that could not have happened. You know what I'm saying? So I think you got to look at it. Sometimes we be too hard on ourselves and put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and it's unnecessary. But make the goals small and make them attainable, make them achievable. It's a mantra that I have that I use often, and it says small steps every day. So as long as I'm taking a step forward every day, no matter how large or how small, I'm actually doing something that's going to get me to that next level, but I have to be forward in motion. So let's not look at what you didn't resolve this year, because as long as you still have breath, you still have opportunity, but maybe start off smaller and not make your goals so grandiose. Do small but make them the small goals significant. And then that'll help you build your confidence so you can begin to conquer the bigger goals down. But I think you have to change how you look at what your resolve is for this year, even going into next year. I hope that made sense.
It makes sense to me. And piggybacking on what you said, I think that a lot of times we set goals, we fall short, but we need to look at what exactly did we accomplish and did we move closer to the goal, even though we didn't reach the goal,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, I agree because it may be some things that you may have a lofty goal set for yourself, but maybe it's some other works that you need to do first before we just can't get stuff at a flick of the wrist or abracadabra. It don't work that way. As much as we want to think that it can or that it will, sometimes you got to put in the work. Even the words say faith without works is dead. So you got to have faith, but you got to be able to work it too. So in order for you to do all the things you want to do, you just can't sit around, write it down on a piece of paper and say, I wrote it down. Okay, so what else you got? What else you got? Writing it down
Okay.
is a wonderful thing, but what else do you have? Go ahead, girl.
Okay, because we got a lot of questions from
Come on,
the
question.
listeners. They've really been sending us some really good questions. So this one says they know that you, Dr. Sheila, you're a life coach and a dating coach, guru, loveologist, all of those things. So they want to know, should they hire a life coach? And they said they found one that costs $1,000 an hour because
Well,
they need
hell,
direction.
if they're gonna hire somebody, they might as well come on holler at your girl. I ain't even gonna charge you no $1,000 an hour. But go ahead. All right, what kind of credentialing do the life coach have that warrant $1,000? Not saying that, hey, you set your price at your price. Today's price is not yesterday's price. I get all of that sentiment and stuff and things, but if you gonna charge somebody $1,000 an hour, okay, I need to see some loan paper. I need to I need to hear some testimonials. I need to talk to the people. I don't even want to see nothing that you wrote down on no piece of paper for talking about who shot John, did this and did that. Because with all this chat GPT and AI technology out here, you can manufacture anything you want to. You can print some money on one side and have a coupon on the other. Don't play with me. I need to talk to some real people about this $1,000 an hour. Then I need to see some real results. But go ahead with your story. But baby, if you're looking for somebody, I ain't gonna charge you a fraction of that. Holla at your girl. I got you. Go ahead.
This on Candace for the next one because you left me speechless on that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying we is not we is not paying no $1,000 an hour. We not. I'm sorry. We not.
We not.
No.
So Sheila, my friends don't believe in my dream. They laugh when I tell them about the things I'm hoping to accomplish. Should I stop telling people my dreams?
Yeah, stop telling
Am I
they
going
ass, old hating ass people. Stop telling them. Keep your stuff to yourself. Don't tell nobody. Let it be a secret. And when you blow up, they better not show up. Is my motto. Don't do it. Cause that don't even make no sense. It baffles my mind how we can jump on the bandwagon of celebrities who we don't know. And we hope that they see a comment. And then we get excited when they respond to the comment on the post. But your friend, somebody that you know, somebody who is tangible to you, close to you, who you can pick up the phone and call, hang out with, or whatever, they doing a great thing and they can't even get a mumbling word from you, no support. But then as soon as your situation blow up and you start getting recognition from the same people that they be following on social media, but now these people know you by name and y'all going out, y'all having lunch, and now all of a sudden you acting funny because you ain't picking up the phone because they getting in their feelings. Oh, she act like she don't know nobody. I'm like, I'm acting just like you. I'ma hold up that mirror and let you look at talk so you could talk to yourself. But no, don't. If your friends laughing, that's because their dreams are small and yours are bigger. Go bigger and let them go home. So you keep going on and doing what you got to do. But stop telling the dream killers what your dreams and goals are. Don't do it. Don't let the dream killers kill your spirit. Find you a new group of people that's going to pump you up. Even if they don't understand what your vision is, honey, that's your vision. It was given to you by divine ordinance. So you go on about your business and let them mind theirs. Go ahead. What else we got, honey? I like these kind of questions going into the new year. Come on, New Year 2024. Holla.
I gotta go. And they said, if you could come with a title to describe the year, if you were writing a book about 2023, what would be the name of your book?
Wow, that is a really good question. I think it would be the book of Sheila, and then we would have a whole bunch of different chapters because, baby, this whole year has been something to see and something to fathom. So I would have to think on that, but it would definitely be the book of Sheila something, honey. And we would go from it would have 12 chapters. In the 12 chapters, it would have sub chapters because it was something interesting happening in every facet from January all the way to now. It's been a whole lot of ebbs and flows in this year of 2023, but I appreciate all of them because it makes me stronger and it definitely makes me be a better person overall.
Can you
And
get
I
a
can
sneak peek of one of the chapters? What it would be called?
Ooh, baby. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Skim, scam, scam. You gotta watch for the scam. Scam. Oh, scam. Yeah, like that. All of that. Go ahead. I learned so much about me this year.
That's one chapter?
Girl, that's just one chapter, Eddie. I learned so much about scam. Oh, scam. Bang. Scam.
I'm scared to read it. I might be scared to read this book.
Girl, you ain't gonna be, look, it's gonna be a page timer, Andy. It's gonna be a page. So people gonna be, look, by the time they put 2 and 2 and 3 and 4, honey, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 9, 10, 11 money. It baby, scam. Go ahead. Yes, indeed. Flam, flam, skim, scam. All of that, honey.
I don't think I
Baby,
expected
yes.
that title, but okay.
But hey, that's just one facet of the book. You
Another
feel?
chapter?
This just one. No, that's probably like a whole. I think that need to be a book by itself. Just a whole book by itself. And it don't even have to be no long story. It could be a nice little short story, but it's gonna be a story nonetheless because I think it's gonna be one of those kind of books that's gonna be informational. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna show people what to do to avoid the scam. Oh, scam. Look, see how the baby read? Yes, just like that. It's gonna be zoom zoom. Hey. James, thank you, Juliana. I appreciate Juliana said her mama love that part. So see, somebody gonna read that book. Scam. Oh, scam. These scam for me. Go ahead.
I'm sorry you didn't have such a good year. Sound like
No, I had a great year because it was an awakening. You feel me? Because once you see the scam and you recognize the scammer, then you able to be like how Deion Sanders is teaching his boys out in Colorado to dip, skip, and miss all those things. It's like when you punching, because I like to do a lot of kickboxing and shadow boxing. For shout out to all of those who are into their fitness. One thing in boxing they teach you how to do is slip, right? And that means that that's part of your offense and your defense that work together. So you can throw a punch and you're going to slip or you're going to roll. And that's what I learned how to do or to avoid the scams. I learned how to slip. So it was a good year because it's always a good lesson to learn no matter who it's coming from. But I'm appreciative of it. Mhm. Go ahead. What else?
thank you for sharing. I don't think I want no more. I don't think I want.
Oh
no more.
yeah, yes you do. You're gonna read it. It's gonna be a best. It's gonna be on the New York Times bestsellers list.
I need Candace as your lawyer.
Oh, Candace, come on. She already lit. We got big plans for the new
Hey,
year.
I'm
Come
here.
on.
I'm here.
Hey,
I'm
I
here.
know that's right. Candace know a good thing when she see it. Hattie.
Nah.
We in this thing, Hattie.
In
in this love
Okay.
together.
Okay, before you finish this book, let's go on to something else. This
Something.
person, they were saying they really evaluating their life, and there's a two-part. They want to know, should they do a vision board? Because everybody big on vision boards, but they really don't see the purpose of doing it. Or they
Mm.
also want to know, in 2024, would you choose money or happiness?
Oh, wow. Okay. So vision board, yeah, and do it. Journaling, vision board, whatever it is for you. What it say? Write the vision, make it plain, right? So you got to be able to sometimes see it. Some people are visual. Some people don't need it. Some people do. Some people do it because it is a thing to do, but it helps you grow a different community of people that you may not have otherwise found by doing something like that. So do the vision, go back, and then every quarter, go back and see what part of your vision are you seeing that's more plain, or some things that you may want to continue to work on. So definitely do that. And then, so 2024, look, money is gonna come and money's gonna go. One thing I know for certain, and two things I know for sure. I ain't never seen no U-Haul pull up at the cemetery with no hearse. So you can have all the money in the world, but guess what? Wherever you going, you can't take it with you. So choose happiness. Happiness is gonna carry you a lot further. It's gonna make you healthy. It's gonna make you wise. It's gonna make you have fun. And the money is just gonna be the side effect to the happiness. But if you banking and you stressing and everything's got to be money all the time, you gonna find yourself more stressed because now you chasing something that ain't even chasing you. So choose happiness. That's my 2 cents on that. But go ahead.
You want to tell us what's going on in the news?
If I'm going in the news, let's go. Okay. Mr. Sean Combs, if you ever get out, I'm trying to listen to this podcast, sir. I can't say that you survived. I'm saying that you're still going through it. Imma say whatever you've done, the chickens have come home to roost now. So you gotta be careful of who you laying in the bed with and what you're doing. And all y'all doing this stuff in the dark. The light is getting cut on in all these hallways and all these houses. And many of us know that if you ever lived in a hood or hood area, a project of any kind, row houses of any kind, if your neighbors got roaches, you got them too. It's just an automatic thing. So when you come in and you flicking and clicking on lights and your cousins is running all across the wall, the floor and stuff, that's because it was in the dark, wasn't nobody seeing them. But as soon as you clicked on the light, all your business get exposed. So you see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful in what you're doing. So I can't say that he survived or he's surviving. What I'm saying is that he's still being exposed. I think we are still just scratching the surface on Diddy because see now the boys and the girls is coming out and they telling all the little secrets and things. So I'm gonna say this and I say it all the time. So be careful who you turn the light off on and who you laying next to when the light is off. And when you think ain't no recording device going, you might want to get a little detector on your phone or come in with some wands and stuff and be scanning things because making sure you don't have nothing to be recorded that you're going to be shamed of later. Because right now he should be shamed of everything that's coming out, especially because he has daughters. You need to think about that. But go ahead. What else we got? Okay, so going further in the news, unless y'all got something to say about Diddy, you want me to move on? Y'all
No,
got
no.
something to
You
say
can you can
about
you
Diddy?
can go ahead and give us a recap on the news.
Okay, so we're gonna go on with Megan Good and what's the boy name? Jonathan, what's it, Majors?
Jonathan Majors.
Okay, so I'm just say this. I seen a little video of the Jonathan's ex girlfriend. Number one, I do not condone violence of any kind. But if you choose, then you just got to be mindful. Just make sure that you don't fight fair, pick something up and hit him across the head. That's just my thing. But she's trying to say that he was abusive toward her from what I seen. There was no volume to the video that I seen, or no sound rather. If you saying that this man was beating your ass and y'all get out this taxi it felt like he was trying to stop you from hitting on him because you look like the aggressor. The girl did. And then when he took off running, she was running like her name was OJ, and she was chasing that man all through the streets and all of these things. And then by the time he got back either to his hotel or to his apartment, she fell asleep. He caught her sleep in the closet, like she was waiting on him to come and she was gonna bait him. But my thing is, if he was abusing you, why would you be chasing somebody who you say was kicking your butt? That don't make 2 + 2 ain't equaling 4 to me. So I'm the jury is still out on that. So I think it's gonna be some new developments, but I think Megan is standing by her situation because he knew he's shiny right now, right? He's shiny to her. I don't know how her and Mr. Franklin's relationship was, but it seemed like he was really loving and caring toward her. I don't know what happened in their relationship, but that's their business. But I'm just gonna say Megan seemed like she the type of person right now because he getting a lot of press. Megan ain't been in no movies in a while. She ain't been on nothing in a minute. So right now she getting any kind of light she can get, lime or otherwise. And then so Oprah and Sherry was on the Sherry Shepherd show, and I thought that was a good little tidbit because Sherry did share that she was in the audience when Oprah had her own talk show. It was back in 1989. And she dreamt to herself that, hey, number one, is somebody that looks like me doing something that I aspire to do. So it was nice to see her have her full circle moment. And that just lets you know that if you got any goals or dreams or aspirations to do anything, no matter who, we're going back to that, who was laughing, because I'm pretty sure she probably told people that and people probably laughed at her. But hey, look at her now. She out here doing the daggone thing. And we see that The Color Purple and Oprah smart. Oprah and Steven Spielberg are some smart individuals. They ain't wait nobody. They did not wait for nobody else to reboot The Color Purple, honey. They did it themselves. So when the originators come back and they do a whole new cast and still hold the integrity of the show, but just put some new blood in it, that's smart marketing. That's a great business strategy. I hope y'all taking down notes because that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
I think The Color Purple is gonna do really well,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I think Fantasia might get an Oscar out of it. Now that's gonna be something if she can do that.
Yeah,
Now,
I think a lot of the cast in The Color Purple can be Oscar worthy. A lot of because supporting because there's so many categories, right, in the Oscar, but I think it's a lot of them that need to be recognized, and Imma say Taraji P. Henson for one. Taraji, this is something that took her outside of her comfort zone because believe it or not, she's been typecast for a long time. She's always played certain roles and things like that, and people just see her one way, so I'm glad to see her now stretching outside her boundaries and playing in different roles and things like that. It ain't nothing wrong with being gully and gangster. We more than that. And I'm glad to see her stretching herself out um in that way. And then I think it's too early to talk about right now Cardi B and Offset,
I'm
even though
disappointed by that one.
why you disappointed?
I like them together.
But the whole you can like them together, baby, but we don't know the whole ins and outs. She took on a lot of baggage when she got with him. He had a lot more stuff going on than she ever could have. But at the same time, I think right now she's having mental episodes because she taking to social media and not saying, look, don't air your laundry on social media. Find professional help because everybody always gonna have something to say about what you're doing. But don't I was sad to hear her today. It hurt my feelings. Especially for one, because you a brown girl, but you was using that N-word a little bit too much and too frequently. And I ain't really with that. Cause if that ain't you and you don't identify with that and that ain't part of your culture, let's not he wasn't no BAN when you got with him. When you was sucking and you know what in the dog with him, he wasn't none of those things. So come on now. Let's not do that. If you want to fuss and cuss and call him them words. We should never have to hear that because you degrading and demeaning and belittling a black man. He's still a black man. So regardless of how you feel about him or what y'all doing, that's y'all personal business. I'm a mother of a black son, and I be daggone if a woman, especially that ain't the same race as me, gonna just use that N word frequently, baby, I'm gonna get a bag of quarters, nickels, pennies, dimes, and 50-cent pieces, and I'm gonna go to work. You hear me? Go to work. We is not about to play, so we don't do that. Just like I wouldn't want my son demeaning, degrading, belittling no woman. I don't want to hear it. And she got a son, so she need to be mindful. You setting the tone for your children, so you got to make sure that you setting the right example. And you being on social media running every time something go wrong, we got to do better. We got to do better. Cause see, you want to show all the good stuff, and when the ugly stuff come out, we wonder like, what happened? Cause y'all was just we just had all these flowers and all these things happening. Then all of a sudden, it turned like that. I'm gonna need you to stay on social media. So just be neutral. What else you got? What else is again?
Deion Sanders ended the year good, and we got what's her name, Krishan, who was popular, and I'm not sure why she's so popular, but she is.
Girl,
Um, she
the
finally
dude
got the
who she
tattoo
had
off,
to say,
but she got the
huh,
tattoo off her neck though. She took the tattoo off her neck. She covered it up, so that was a good thing.
did she cover it up with makeup or they? You know that the tattoo removal don't really work, right?
No, it's a flower. She just covered the picture up, so it's a flower now. So it's still there, but it's
'Cause
fake.
the band that I don't know what her baby daddy name is, but he said that he took the baby to get a DNA test and it ain't his.
I don't know if that's true. He said that, but I think the baby's
But I'm
his.
just
I
saying, but
heard
see, that's
that,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. There's a lot of people be who said what or who shot John. That's why we can't. I think a lot of times people do it because, like we talked about, people like to gossip, they like the blogs. Get them something to talk about. It's just like being in the line in the grocery store and you looking at the Inquirer or the Star back in the day, and people used to, oh, it's an alien. It was pregnant. It's out in Area 57. You got to be mindful because everything you read and everything may not be true. You know, who we gonna believe? You know what I'm saying? Because without digging a little deeper, it ain't that deep to be trying to dig. So if he don't think he the baby daddy, whether he is or not, play that song. Who that is? Just my baby daddy. But then we talk about breakups. Deion Sanders is doing good on the football front, but I was sad to hear that him and Tracy Edmonds broke up. Candace, what you say about your boy and Tracy being
She got
profiled?
something to say about I wanna
Oh,
hear
you
what you think about
know,
him for next year.
would you
I
say?
can't wait to hear what you think about the relationship and about him for football for next year.
I'll tell you this about the relationship. I really thought they were going to stand the test of time because I think they had been together like 11 years or something like that. I don't know. And I was very shocked and surprised. And I was sad to hear that they had broken up. So I don't know. I hope it's for the best. At least they made a joint statement and they didn't talk bad about each other on social media. They left with a mutual respect of each other and love for each other. So I think that's great and that's classy. And that's the way a breakup should be handled. Now, as far as the football field, he's recruiting right and left, left and right. And I think he's going to have a much better team with a much better record coming up this next season, 2024. So I'm excited at what he's doing and changing the shape of football. And I just can't wait. I just can't wait. But I'm sad. I'm sad about the breakup. What you think, Sheila?
I'm saying I agree with you. You know what? If any couple could ever give an example of what to do and what public relationships should look like, I think they handled it well. He had nothing but the utmost respect and great things to say about her. He even said that he still loves her. I think that's something that just don't go away overnight. Maybe for whatever reason, it could be his schedule, her schedule, because she is a busy person. She's still producing shows. She does a visual podcast with Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray McCoy, and it's a couple of others that she does it with that they always online together. It's called the Queens or something or whatever, but Tracy is busy too. And I know that football coaching is demanding. You always traveling. It's like a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. You live it, eat it, breathe it. But I think if you want to go out in a sense, especially if you're so public, that it's a way to do it. And I think that's what he displayed. He displayed how to still treat her with the utmost respect and kept her intact and whole. And in return, she reciprocated that by not dragging him, not dogging him, not talking, not calling him no bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? She ain't do none of that. And I think that's the best way to go. So I think some of these youngins can learn from some of the old school cats and females and just be like, look, this is how you handle it, especially when you're in public. And I know social media is a great tool and a way to do things, but it's how you do it. It's not what you do, but it's how you do it. So I appreciate him and her for that. And I hope they get back together. Who knows? You never know. They might get back together later. Maybe they just need a little break for right now because they busy and they got to figure out how to make two busy people work together. So we shall see. But what else we got as we winding down since we have passed the top of the hour on our last show? What else we got, Wanda?
I think we want to hear from you, and you want you to give us a New Year's word, a word to the wise from Sheila New.
All right. First of all, let me say for all of those who will listen to the replays and to the podcast, I want to give a shout out to everybody from the month of April all the way down to we actually put the podcast out in May. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for tuning in each and every week. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for letting the numbers go crazy. Y'all been just going crazy. We got people in places that I never thought me, this little African American girl from a little small town in the state of Michigan who just happens to follow her passion of making people laugh. So thank you to everyone that's in the US and in Canada and Australia, New Zealand and France and Germany and South Africa and Bangladesh. Shout out to y'all and Finland and some other places I ain't never even heard of before, honey. But I'm so happy that y'all are tapping in and tuning in. And I hope that I'm leading by an example that it's never too late to begin again and it's never too late to follow your dreams. I will also like to give a special shout out to Candace Murphy Sissac for holding us down these last few shows. I appreciate you so much, Candace. You have showed up and showed out, and you are a funny individual, and your laughter is giving me life, honey. I love to hear it. I'm so glad to be a part of it. And Jay Twiz, I love you with everything. And thank you for taking on the realm and doing our announcements for each show. When I called on you, you did not hesitate and you did nothing but deliver quality time and time again. And Juliana, thank you for stepping in always and sharing the show with your mom. That still sends me over the moon that you translate the show for her. So definitely special shout out to you. And I said who's not here, but I know she'll go back and listen to the replays. I appreciate you and anybody that has ever come to our contributing partners, You Think Indigo, Fave Unite TV, Ron Winston Entertainment, and especially shout out to Ron. I appreciate you so much for even starting this journey with us. Your laughter has been infectious. You fed my crazy from the beginning. Definitely shout out to Will Baptiste, who did as a special guest with us too. I'm trying to remember all of these things, but definitely a special shout out to my super producer friend, Wanda Rose, who pushed when I didn't want to be pushed. It's something to be said about somebody who sees you. And this is my word to the wise. Keep dreaming. Keep going. Don't nobody have to see your vision but you. Whether you laugh, whether you cry, whether you doubt yourself, somebody's going to see you. And then get you somebody like Wanda, somebody like Candace, somebody like myself that's going to help push you to those next levels, that's going to test you, that's going to get on your nerves sometimes, but it's only because they see the great in you. And I'm so appreciative of somebody seeing the great in me. And it all started off with a simple question. You funny, right? And I had to laugh to myself. I'm like, girl, what is she talking about? What is it, Wanda? What do you want? I don't say that now. I say, okay, when's the next show? What else can we do? So now that's the thing. That small spark started something more than I could ever imagine as a person. I'm humbled by it. I am honored by it. I'm moved by it. No matter what goes on. And I've had some tragedies during this year. But tragedy, and I always tell you, tragedy and comedy go together. They're like entwined. They're a thing that you can't have one without the other. But I choose laughter every time. But I also give way to the tears when it's necessary, because that's what helps me to push through, to clear that space in my head so I can continue to show up and do this for you all. So I don't just do this for me, because it ain't about me. I love to hear and know that you are laughing, know that you are listening, and that we hopefully, through all the silliness, there is an underlying wisdom that you receive, something that you can use and make it your own. So I'm so happy to end this year with you in this way, because all it did was excite us and have us thinking what's going to happen in 2024 and beyond. And we have some great things in store. So even though we ending the year with season 2, y'all know season 3 on the horizon. And baby, we got a whole lot more in store. It's a comic book that's coming out soon, because we just want to put the second installation out as far as that goes. And it's funny, it's witty. Everything that we do here, to be able to put that in visual form is beautiful. And I love it. And to be able to partner with people who see you, who encourage you, and who more importantly believe in you like you believe in yourself, it's a wonderful thing to behold. So make sure no matter what you resolve for the rest of this year, because you still got time. Whatever that goal was in January 1st of 2023, you still got time to do it. You got 11 days left of this year. No, a little more than 11 days. Lord, I can't do no math right now. I do numbers all day, but you know what I'm saying. You got time. The 31st is a couple of weeks away. So you got time. So do that. Do it small, but let that small spark get you ignited for what's going to happen on January 1st, 2024. So whatever you decide to do, whether you sing, whether you dance, whether you got a script, whether you got a movie, whether you got a book, whether you got a self-help thing, whatever you want to be a motivational speaker, whatever it is you want to do, a clothes designer, whatever it is, whether you are an artist, be it written or verbal, whether you sing or what, hell, you might even juggle. I don't know. But whatever it is, be the best version of that you can be, and don't look back. Don't look back. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep moving forward, and let me be the example for you. Because see, age, race, and economic factor don't have anything to do with what's going on today, the here and the now. So I thank you. I thank you for the time. I thank you for your kindness. And more than anything, I thank you for the laughter. I so appreciate y'all more than I could ever express in words or even in deed. But just know that you got this OG happy that she is back on the what? On the M, on the I, and on the C. So thank you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And thank you for being part of the Shelia New Comedy Show journey. And strap on. I shouldn't say that, huh? Strap in.
No, I don't know about that one. No, I don't know about that word. But I just want to add.
Because we about to take off. Go ahead.
I just want to add thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Candace. And Candace filled in. And I don't think she expected to do more than one show, but I just want to say thank you and thank you so much. And I hope you've enjoyed it. So I can't wait to hear what have you thought about doing the shows, Candace?
I absolutely loved it. It brightens my day to do these shows. And today I wasn't feeling too good, but I got on this show and all of a sudden I'm just happy. I'm just so happy to have and just honored to be a part of this show, to be a part of Sheila, to be a part of Wanda. And thank you, Wanda. Thank you for inviting me to participate. Sheila, thank you for having me back week after week and allowing me to participate, to sharing your laughter and feeling your love. So excited about 2024. Can't wait to see what we have in store. Thank you, guys.
I love it. Thank you. Listen, for you to come on and to agree to the shenanigans, because you never know what you're going to get when you step up in here, Hattie. You just don't never know how, if we ride into the left or to the right, you just don't ever know. But I appreciate you. And I think one thing, if nobody takes anything else from this, use us as an example, because a lot of times women of color being able to come together and to do a thing is always discounted. Let us be the example to you all, the younger generation, our generation, and the generations in between. That if you get people, even if we don't always agree on everything, we can still learn how to do this thing with love, respect, and kindness for each other. And that's really what it's all about. So I appreciate you, Candace, just bringing your expertise, bringing your laughter, bringing your wisdom, bringing your love, and your perspective is so warranted, and needed. And one, thank you for just seeing the vision and doing things above and beyond my imagination. If you can dream it, it's almost like Wanda can build it. She can see it. She can take your vision and make it plain. And for that, I'm forever grateful. And now y'all see why I call her my super producer friend, honey, because she is a super producer. I appreciate you all so much. And again, thank you for closing out the Sheila New Comedy Show, Season 2, Episode 5, Loveology Volume 3. Honey, Loveology ain't done yet, just to let y'all know. We got a much more Loveology coming, honey, in 2024, because it's a new year, new love, and we're going to give y'all some tips and tricks. I know some of y'all resolved for the new year. I want a new boo, honey. Let's change the words to boo, because the only boos that I know are the kind of go with the ghosts. Wanda, is there anything else you want to say? Hey?
No, I think you've said it all. And I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for listening to the Sheila New Comedy Show.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. See you later. Thank you again, Candace. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and it's good to see you in this space. And happy holidays to everybody, no matter what you celebrate, Kwanzaa, Christmas, or Hanukkah. And happy early New Year to you all. And to all, a good night. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Good night.
Good night.